Listen.
Do you mind if I put my 2 cents in?
No, honey, I don't mind.
Call the police immediately.
I don't get it.
No idea what you're talking about. Yes? Hello? Hi, stranger.
I want ham and eggs and flapjacks with lots of butter and syrup and coffee. I'll take the coffee now.
Why are you coming from that rain?
Where's my dough?
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Vibes and Stuff Live in the Morning. It's your host, Chuck Allen, with your host, Uncle Freezy, coming to you live this morning with special guest, Mr. Nate in the building. Vibrant Ones, how y'all doing this morning? Nate, how y'all doing this morning?
Good, man. Man, good. We in the building with Real Estate Nate. Real Estate Nate's in the building. What's good, man?
Yes, sir. How's everything going?
Yeah, man. No, this is gonna be fun, man. hey, Chuck. So you know how we usually start these mornings off? You know how we start these mornings?
You know, I got my usual sparkling water. Today's flavor is watermelon lemonade.
Oh man, that sounds delicious, bro.
Sounds pretty good right there.
Yeah, that sounds delicious. That sounds like one of them flavors that. Yeah, man. That sounds like one of them flavors that you can lure a tick to your house with. Hey, girl, you know what I'm saying? I got some watermelon lemonade at the house, ice cold too. Oh yeah. Just for you, girl. When I was making out, thinking about you. But you just met me, Uncle Freezy. That's how you know it's destiny, baby. Yeah, man. Hey, Chuck, man. If the weather, whoever doing the weather, if they don't stop playing, bro, is 58 degrees, 56 degrees right outside where I am. Oh, you know what? I think we got a thing for that. Hold on. My bad, Chuck. I jumped the gun. Hold on. Uncle Freezy, I lost it. Hold on.
Here in the tri-state area, we're at a breezy 53 degrees with winds moving at the northwest 8 miles per hour. Hopefully we'll get to a high of 63. I don't know, man. I got on my sweater.
Bruh.
I got on my sweater this morning. I don't know.
Bruh, this vent blowing on me right now like it's 90 degrees outside. But it's 56 degrees, 58 degrees in South Carolina, where I'm at right now. Bruh. Wow. It's officially the first day of fall, y'all. The first day of autumn.
It feel like it.
Yeah, it does.
Man. The first day of autumn, where do the years go, bro? This year has flown by. I remember, man, when I was in my early 40s, I started thinking losing track of time because time seemed like it moved so fast that you would just lose. Like you go by your day, it's like once you get in your late 30s, chat. This is once you get in your late 30s, early 40s. Sometimes your days and nights your days start connecting together. You have to remind, what's today? What's today? Today Tuesday? No, man, it's Thursday. What? Yeah, man. Yo, it's crazy. It's crazy, y'all. I don't know if y'all experienced that or not. Maybe y'all hadn't gotten there yet, but listen. There comes a point where they were like, me for an example, like yesterday we had me and the missus had an appointment, like a family appointment to go to. It wasn't really a family one. It's just like, but you know how you go to the appointments like a family, right? So you go, they tell you what the date is, right? They like, yo, make sure it's September 22nd at such and such time. You like September 22nd, I got plenty of time. I ain't worried about. Well, you telling me about no doctor's appointment on no September 22nd, and then next thing you know, it's like, hey, you ready to go? Go where? To the appointment. What appointment? The one for September 22nd. Oh, like how you just lose track of time? That's how it is, bro. And Chuck, guess what? I spent $10 for a pack of cookies and a Pepsi yesterday.
Where you was at Disney World?
At the hospital. you thought I was at Madison Square Garden, right?
Yeah, man, that's the hospital.
Yes, hospital cafeteria.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, definitely. You went to the hotel cafeteria. That's exactly what you spent. Yeah.
God damn! I was like, who performing in the lobby? Michael Jackson? What the hell going on? Oh, Chuck, I don't expect to pay. The reason why I like South Carolina is because I don't have to pay New York City prices for that. Bruh. $10 for a Diet Pepsi, the 20 the 16 ounce or whatever it is, 20 ounce, and some cookies. And an egg roll. Well, no, it was like an egg roll, a scoop of rice, and whatever it is. $10. Joe Biden. I know Joe Biden, first of all, subscribe to the channel, Joe Biden. Stop playing. And second of all, these prices ridiculous, Joe Biden. And they ain't never going back down. Y'all ever notice when prices get high, they stay high?
Yes.
We just get used to them.
But usually the price hike is after some major event. Whether it be a war or natural disaster, prices go up. They'll be sky high, and then they'll level off, I guess, where they actually want the market. Because gas, man.
What?
Gas is out, which I don't understand. I'm like, man, we went to war with a country that had a lot of gas, and they lost. Why gas still high?
Yeah.
Take that gas. What happened? I don't know what's going on, man. Because I remember before 9/11, going to the gas station. It was a popular spot in Orangeburg called the Hot Spot. 99
I know, we know the Hot Spot. Me and they know the Hot Spot in Orangeburg.
Oh yeah.
99 cents a gallon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was premium.
Later, right. Man, I love me some Hot Spot gas.
Right.
But now gas is $5. If you in LA, gas is like $6 or $7.
Bro, if you drive a premium only car, like if you drive a Mercedes, bro, Just a minute. That's one of the things. Yo, Chuck, you mind if I transition this into the lifestyle section?
Let's do it.
All right. Yeah, since we got Nate here, and yo, that's the perfect. We can just do this. Yo, let me tell y'all something, man. Chat, and I know a lot of y'all out there share this experience, right? Say you work your whole life, you done worked at places that you hate. You know what I'm saying? That you hate the city. You might not hate the place, but you hate the situation that you were in. I think me and Nate worked at a place where the both of us didn't necessarily hate the place, but dislike the jobs that we had in that place. Maybe once or twice or something. Just you know what I'm saying? Right. So you there, you go through the grind, all this stuff. You like, oh, if I could ever just improve my situation, you know what I'm saying? If I could ever do such and such. And then like you driving like a random car. It ain't like the car you want, but it's dependable because maybe you commute into your job maybe 30-35 minutes, you know what I'm saying, through traffic, all this stuff, you know what I'm saying? And then basically what I'm saying, life come at you fast. You stay stuck in this rut. You just surviving instead of thriving. You're not thriving, you surviving, right? Soul Fingers in the building. Julian Blum was good, man. King Poppy was good. I see you. Hey, and so you surviving, you're not thriving. And then, you know what I'm saying, you get to a point where you like, yo, I'm tired of the rat race, man. I just want to be on top for a little while just to see what it feels like. I legit am tired of being the middle of the line. You know what I'm saying? When you at the front of the line, you basically don't work 40 years and you winding down. That's one thing. When you at the end of the line, when you just stepped into the marketplace and everything is new and cool and you making friends and you going out hanging out after work, you ain't really got no family yet. You know what I'm saying? Work your work shift over, everybody at the bar drinking beer. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, that's another thing. But when you in the middle of the line, like you can't really afford the car you want because you done bought a house and you ain't even in the house you want yet. You know what I'm saying? You just got a house so that you won't be in your mama house. You know what I'm saying? And so you finally make that transition. So you like, yo, I done worked all these years, right? Like if you in your 40s right now, you done been in the workplace about 20, 25 years, right? So you ain't in the middle no more. I mean, you ain't fresh out of school. You ain't no young whippersnapper. You ain't that person no more. Now you a bill payer, right? So you don't always get the things that you want. You just get the things you need to survive, right? But then a day come when you can finally, you done paid off some stuff. You know, so say for instance, you know how Nate, you know how you say purchase your house, and you done went through. Remember how say for instance, you done bought the flea market lawnmower, and then and now you at the point where you done upgraded the lawnmower where you can't upgrade it no more. I'm talking about over the course of the years. I'm talking about over the course of the years. I ain't talking about just like. So your lawnmower is great. Everything is at its thing, and you like, I may be. You go like a year or two, where you got just a little bit, where you go from living from paycheck to paycheck to, I ain't worried about it. I'll just pay such and such when I get paid. That, y'all know what that is. Yeah, I don't know if people here remember getting paid twice a month. Like when your payday used to be like on a random Tuesday when you get paid the 15th and the 30th. Anybody ever got paid like that before? Yeah, I did. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like it's a difference between getting paid every other Friday and getting paid the 15th and the 30th. is a huge difference. Or the 15th and the last day of the month, I'm sorry. So you finally get past that stage in your life where, you know what I'm saying, you go to the family reunion and one of your aunties will be like, I can't believe such and such ain't showed up. She knows she was supposed to bring that box of leg quarters. And you be like, you look at them, you look at your girl, like, hey, we out of leg quarters. You wanna buy these leg quarters for the family? Well, how much is they? That's how we talk down here, Chuck. I don't know if you know anything about South Carolina, but that's how we talk that. Well, how much is they? You know what I'm saying? And they be like, well, you know, they on sale at such and such place for $80. Everybody can get a leg quarter. And you're like, well, they was on sale a thing for $134. You get 100 pounds of leg quarters for $134. And then everybody fuss, it ain't nothing but ice. You know how your family be talking, right? And then so you can make that small spur of the moment purchase. That small spur of the moment purchase with your wife without it killing your family budget. And then you're like, yo, I paid for a box of lead. I paid $143, you know, plus the tax and whatever, all that. I paid $143 for them leg quarters, man. And people was patting me on my back. Now maybe it's time for me to upgrade my car. And when you upgrade the car, they like, the highest you can go is $350 for your car payment. You and the missus done talked about it. You know what I'm saying? You know, man, blah, blah, blah. You know, I can't go no higher than $350. And I know $350 for a car payment ain't nothing now. $350 for a car payment now, that ain't nothing. I mean, to be offered. I'm not saying it ain't nothing to pay because it is a bill, bro. But you and the missus, y'all go look. And they offer you like the new Chevy Trailblazer, blah, 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 blah. You look, you like, okay. For $377 a month, and they be like, well, with your credit, it'll be $401. $401? Good God, man. And then you get there, and then you're like, $401, you test drive it, take it down to the thing, bring it back. Your wife is over there, and it looked like one of them commercials where the man is driving all proud in a whip, and the lady is over in the passenger seat looking all beautiful and made up and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it's y'all, it's you and your missus. You know what I'm saying? And people looking at y'all like giving y'all we see y'all. You know what I'm saying? And then you bring the Blazer back, and you just happen to be walking by the Mercedes. And you walk by the Mercedes, and you're like, hold on, babe, I'm gonna just see how much this Mercedes is. And the dude do the little calculator, the punch the numbers or whatever. And you're like, man, yeah, y'all $398 a month. And then you look at the missus like, yo, that's less than a Trailblazer. And then you get that look in your eye, and she's like, no, don't you do it. Don't you do it. Baby, listen, I owe it to us just to I work hard. Hey, Nate, tell me if you heard this before. I work hard for a living, man. I think I deserve this.
Yeah.
Yo, and he like, well, we gonna get the Trailblazer, man. We just want to test drive this Mercedes. And you test drive that Mercedes, and it's just like the commercial that you see on TV, where you driving, and your girl is in the passenger seat, and she is looking extra fine in that hand-stitched leather, right? And them people that was doing like this, doing like that, the first time when they see you, they're like, who was that? Who that in that car? Who that in that car? You know what I'm saying? And then you mess around and go back and get the Mercedes. You just go get it. Your wife mad because she like, because she want to feel secure. She don't want to get this. She don't want to get this Mercedes, and then 7 months down the road, you know what I'm saying, she can't sleep at night because she think the repo man coming. Or you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how ladies think sometimes. You know what I'm saying? They stress over nothing. Right. And then you mess around and don't get either that weekend, right? You walk off the lot, and then at work, they doing reviews, and you find out that you just got a raise. The first thing you doing is going home to your lady is, baby, look, I got good news and bad news. Which one you want? Well, give me the bad news first, because the good news will help me get over it. You know how ladies think. Like dudes, the good news and bad news, the dudes will be like, well, she give me the good news first, because my life ain't shit no way. So the bad news ain't nothing but more fuel on the fire. The women be like, tell me the bad news first, because then the good news can help me get over it. You know what I'm saying? It's a mind. You know how men and women think, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you mess around and you go get the Mercedes. You know what I'm saying? It's red. It's got the factory tint on it. It's got them aggressive hand-cooked tires on it. You know what I'm saying? Look like the tires could just tear up the road, but they smooth at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And now when you pull up in the spot, like because you get the Mercedes on a Saturday, and the first major function for a lot of us down south, when you do something on a Saturday, the first major function that you go to is church the next morning. You know what I'm saying? Church be like the next major function, you know, where people be at. And you pull up on the churchyard all slow, you know what I'm saying, playing some mom. So, I was gonna say, I'll tell you, Chuck, this how y'all know I ain't been to church in a long time. I was saying pulling up to the churchyard playing Warren Sapp. You got Warren Sapp playing on the radio.
Warren Sapp.
What he saying?
You got Warren Sapp playing on the radio. What in the world going on about, bro? Anyway.
What is he doing?
What in the world?
Never would have made it.
By Warren Sapp.
Remix.
Yeah, man. But yo, you get that car, then you realize, yo, you can't put anything less than premium in your Mercedes. So now when you could have put regular gas, when you put regular gas in that Trailblazer, you'd have been all right. It would have been perfect, but you'd have been all right. And now your car insurance is sky high. Right? So when you would have paid you probably wound up paying $450. You paying $450 for the Mercedes because they say $398 by the time you get there and they punch the numbers, it always be higher, whatever it is. And so it's that. Now you can only put in premium gas. And then also your car insurance sky high. So everything done went up. That's where I'm at right now, Chuck. Everything with Marcy, with Marcy. Listen, chat. I'm a big guy. I'm a tall dude, right? I'm a big human being, bro. I'm a big human being, right? And so I done drove all the cars. I done drove the Chrysler 300s. I done drove all the cars, like all the dope hood cars. I done drove all of them, right? But bro, now I'm driving a GL 450, and it's not the newest version. But man, Chuck, now I'm in the 3L 450, bro. And the only reason why I'm in the 3L 450 is because I like the way that the 450 looked better than the 550. The 350 is dope, but it's small. It got room in it, but it's smaller, right? The 550 looked like a spaceship. The 450 is huge, like big enough. Like Chuck, no lie, me, you, Nate, who else is a big guy? Coach M and another big person can get in there, and we can ride out comfortably in that joint, right? And it's got like all the little bells. You know how like when you get into a car, the AC vents be up front, and the air got to go like rotate through the car for the car to cool off. Marcy got AC vents, like little small AC vents, like throughout. Like when when the first time I sat in the back seat, I jumped. I was like, what the fuck? I thought something was on my leg. It was actually like the air coming through the AC thing. So, and then it's one right there in that back console. Like, so there's a back console too that you can like, I was like, yo. Me and Junior was sitting in the back seat talking while they was drawing up the paperwork for Marcy. Right? We just sitting back there. And Junior's a big dude too. Junior's about 6 foot, about 250. He a big guy too. So me and Junior was sitting in the back seat. We was waiting and we was looking up at the console in the car. And I was like, oh my God. This thing is gorgeous. Junior, and I asked him, Junior, what was I doing? What was I doing before Mercedes-Benz? And he was like, before Mercedes? I was like, yeah, because I'm getting this. I'm getting this joker. I done made up my mind. He's like, man, I don't know. And the point that I was getting at is the point that I'm getting at to all of it is kind of like, I guess it's threefold. It's like, when you go through so much stuff, you feel like at some point you got to reward yourself with something. Like the grind is so tedious that at some point you have to reward yourself for grinding. Right? The other thing too is you got to be careful what you wish for, because the thing that you wish for doesn't come by itself. Like for instance, when you move out of that medium-sized house and look for a bigger house with higher ceilings, well, you're not just getting that house, you also getting more homeowners insurance to go with that, because the property is going to be valued more. You would think, and if the utilities are at the same rate per foot, going out and getting more square footage means your utility bills are going to be higher, right? Like you got higher ceilings. If everything is the same, like if your rate is as low as you can get it, and you take that same low rate, but you apply it to more square footage and higher ceilings, now your $250 light bill might be $360. And so you got to be careful about how you plan.
Yeah. You're right.
Absolutely.
You're right about that. Not only that, and most of them, when you get the bigger square footage, you get the bigger yard too. With the bigger yard comes the HOA. With the HOA comes having to keep your yard a certain way. So now you got to have sprinklers.
Yep.
So now your water bill is going to go up too.
Now your water bill and your tax bill bill is higher.
And you're going to have to cut the grass more, so that bill is going to go up too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a lot to think about. You're right.
It's the complete package, of things that all come together. And see, when you didn't have when you was just when it was just about the hood, you know what I'm saying, where it was just like, nah, things just be different. Things just be different. That's why Chuck, that's how I be raising hell about $10 in the cafeteria, because ultimate $10 shouldn't have been nothing. But I live by the $10 method. And I don't know if I can write a book. I don't know if somebody else has done that already. But I live by the $10 method. Like legit, $10 is all I'm spending for that day, period. Unless I'm going and looking back at the budget. If I didn't plan for more than $10, I'm not spending it. That's how and people, because I don't believe in like the accumulating wealth thing. I believe in whatever it is that you get, take care of it. Basically, whatever it is you get, take care of it, and then understand that it's an asset. Like say for instance, you go to the auction and buy you a car. Say you just looking. Say you just got a couple of grand, and you looking for a 1971 F100, Ford F100, right?
Okay.
I think two of the three. I'm a truck guy. I love trucks. Down here we say truck. Like I don't know why it is, but people just say truck. You know what I'm saying? I love trucks, right? And so anybody remember that Dodge truck from Sanford and Son?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
To me, that's a classic. Chuck, you like classic cars?
Absolutely.
So that truck that Sanford and Son them drove, that was a 58 Dodge, right? Or 60. Or that a 58 or 60? I can't remember. But anyway, if I see that truck somewhere, I'm automatically coming home talking to Mo. Like, Mo, please, man. I gotta get this truck. And she's like, but that's all you do is try to buy old cars. I'm like, oh boy. We about to argue because I'm not backing down off this. Now you can either, you know what I'm saying, say yes and be happy for me, or say no and watch me pull it in the yard anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what this conversation is about. This is about how it's gonna go down. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but you say you got a couple of grand and you just want to go to the auction and get you say something, and you go to the auction and you get you a whip, right? Go get you the joint that you know what I'm saying, that you like, or that you just wanted to have. Ain't no harm in that, right? But where the harm comes in at is you bought that car for $2,000, right? And it might not be worth $2,000 when you first get it, but you put some work in it, and or you put hours and hours and hours of work into it to get it back looking good, right? That whip no more is worth $2,000. It's worth all the man hours that you put into it and the parts and labor that you put into it. So you bought it for $2,000, right? And you put all that thing in there, and then somebody coming to you buying it for $2,000. That's not a possibility. I'm not gonna buy it for $2,000, have it running like a sewing machine. You know what I'm saying? Get the paint and the body restored, all of that. Get the rust ground off, get metal put back on, and all of that stuff, and then get it painted, and get the original rims and the original rims and hubcaps put on it, just for you to come try to talk me down from $2,000. Man, I was gonna give you $2,000, but I got $1,800 in cash. And Nate know me personally. He know I will say this. I will tell people to get the hell out my yard. Get out my yard. with that. Oh, that's what it is, Chuck?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Okay. That is a Chrysler, right?
No, it's a Ford.
That's a Ford.
The Sanford and Son truck?
Yeah, that's a Ford.
51 Ford.
Get out of here.
F-Series.
Yeah, you right. You right. Man, I'm looking at it now. I got one on. I'm looking at one now, bro. Chuck, I'm gonna put it on the screen, man. I love it, bro. This is what I'm talking about, y'all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. That's it.
Oh, that in my mind, you don't get no better than that right there, bro. And then they came out with one 20 years later, the 1971 F100. Bro.
With the wide grill. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Those are nice. Those are nice trucks, man. Those
That
are nice
right there, that right there is beautiful. That one right there look like it's built for racing.
trucks. Mm,
And you would, Chuck, you wouldn't suit that up and throw it on the drag strip?
Nah, man.
nah, because the tires are too small.
Too skinny. Yeah. But a truck like that, man, you don't do that to a truck like that, man. That's a truck you drive on Sunday afternoons. That's a cruising truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a cruising. Just drive around trying to waving to everybody.
You talking about for the parades?
Yeah, just a parade and like just a cruising. You're gonna drive down to the beach or something. Just cruising on down to the beach.
Right. It is beautiful, bro.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
That right there is man. That right there is gorgeous in my mind.
Yeah, that'd be a nice little project because I'm more than certain to get one in really good condition, operable condition. Maybe 60 on up.
Yeah. One where the bed is not rusted through, the engine wall ain't damaged. It ain't been sitting out in the elements for 40 years. That right there look like Tomater.
Yeah.
Yep. That's exactly what he is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's nice right there, bro. That is nice. And so I've seen trucks like this come through the auction, sell for about $2,000, $2,500, but everything is wrong with it. I've seen a truck like this come through the auction, deconstructed. Like another truck legit was pulling this truck deconstructed on what's the thing you pull behind your truck?
A trailer?
Trailer. Yeah. I've seen one of these deconstructed with a busted windshield on a trailer, and people were bidding.
Yeah.
A dude bought it for $4,200, Chuck.
I believe it. Remember, stores you can get like 50 or 60 for those.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's what I'm saying. Like if they were in great condition, they'll probably go for about 50 or 60. And if everything is original to that truck, like I can see them paying $5,000 to $10,000 if it's the original engine and transmission, and they have all of the paperwork for that truck, like the bill of sale, all that. Yeah, I would pay that for sure.
Numbers matching. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. Where I'm at, Chuck, because like what you be buying it as an investment, right?
Nah, man, I don't buy cars to let them sit. I drive them.
Okay. With me, I would buy some, and it wouldn't have to be the situation wouldn't have to be perfect like that. I would buy it. Oh well, you know what? Let me take that back. For that truck, yes, I would have to do that. Right. For that type of truck, yes. Right. But for a truck that's in the 80s, nah, I wouldn't do that. Like a Nate, you remember that black GMC Sierra I bought from DQ? You remember DQ Johnson?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember DQ.
God dog it, I forgot. I can't say people's name. Let's call him. Let's call because that's our dear friend, man. He passed away. I want to call. Let's call him Kyle. You remember Kyle?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I bought that black GMC Sierra from him that time. Man, Chuck, I got compliments everywhere I went, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere I went, I got compliments from about that truck. I'm gonna show you what the truck looked like when I finally got it fixed. So it was a 1980.
It was an 80 what?
A black GMC Sierra. I'm gonna see if I can find a picture where it'll do it some justice. I
know what I know what those OBS trucks look like, man. I like those. Square body, square lights in the front.
Yeah.
They most of those, all of those weren't in the 80s. They weren't fuel injected yet, so they came with carburetors.
No, they had carburetors. Oh, trust me, I know.
Yeah,
and my whole yard smelling like gas.
Yeah, man, had to pour a little bit on top. Yeah, that's it right there. Yeah, my dad had one of those.
That's it right there.
Man.
Oh yeah.
I bought that truck from Kyle for $800, and I remember I was broke. I was like, so Kyle was like, I'm letting it go for $1,000. I was like, why are you selling it? He's like, hey, and so Kyle, man, rest in heaven. He one of the people that kind of got me in the asset management mindset. He was like, bro, I bought it for $7,000. I'm selling it for $1,000. And because it's you, because you my homie, I let it go for $8,000. I was like, why you letting it go for me for $8,000? He's like, because I saw your car outside. It's a disaster, bro. That car gonna break down any day now. And he was right. He was right, because I was driving 1996 Taurus SHO.
Oh yeah, it was
five speed. 5 speed too. Chuck, when you ever seen a Taurus be 5 speed?
When somebody changed, when somebody pop out that college.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So, yeah. So I got this from him, bro. And as soon as I got it, the motor cracked on it. As soon as I got it, me and him was together. I was in his yard, and I cranked it up, and I was letting it run, and it sounded mean. And then I heard the thing go boing, and I heard something like, it sounded like somebody was hitting the inside of the hood with rocks. I was like, no, I knew what it was. I knew what it was. It was throwing rods right there, right there by me. Right, it was throwing rods. So if you don't know nothing about cars, you wouldn't know what that means. But anyway, it just means the worst case scenario. Right. And so I was like, no. We ran down there, and Kyle was like, yo, what'd you do to it? I was like, I don't know. But then his wife was tripping. His wife was like, because I left it there because I couldn't take it nowhere. And his wife was tripping about, man, get that ugly truck out my yard. Y'all know how women do, bro. Y'all know. Yeah. Chuck, why women don't have no patience? Like they friend can come leave an ugly sweater, throw it across the chair, right? But then when a dude car break down in the yard, they were like, tell me to come get that mess out the yard. Wait a minute, your friend left an ugly sweater on the couch, and you don't want me to touch it. I throw that shit in the trash, but you don't want me. But my man's vehicle is broke down, and you talking about nah. Yeah, man.
That's how they do.
Yeah, man. So
yes, sir.
So Chuck, yesterday.
So did you ever fix it?
The truck? Hell yeah. I fixed that and the Taurus. The Taurus, I just had to keep fixing it too much, bro. I just had to keep, man. It was always something, man. So I just had to learn. The Taurus SHO in my mind was a collector's item, right? But
that's one of the best engines in the Taurus. It really was, man, because it was ahead of its time. It was designed by Yamaha. It had a crazy sound to it. But the only downfall to the Taurus show, in my opinion, was the transmission. Like that transmission would.
I know. When we was working at WAMU, the transmission went on. God, I keep forgetting. I can't keep say the coming. When we was working for Ace, the transmission went out at lunchtime, and it was stuck. Chuck, you know how a big office building will have like the foyer area where you could kind of drive up, drop something off, and then keep on. Well, the transmission broke down right there in that little area.
Oh, wonderful!
Yeah. And I had to push it. Had to push it to a parking spot. Right? Yeah, that was awesome. That was awesome, and all the women in there was like, "Ew." Yeah.
I've been there before. I've definitely been there before. Transmission, the transmission's already slipping, and I'm just running Walmart real quick. Ain't nobody gonna park in front of me.
Yeah.
And you get out there and somebody parked.
God, my reverse ain't working. You know how you got to put it in neutral and kick and keep the door open.
Yeah,
and
try to push it back. Try to Fred Flintstone it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Oh my goodness.
And then out of nowhere, you hear somebody. You ought to get that transmission fixed.
Yeah. Thank you, partner.
Duh.
Right. It'd be somebody who transmission slipping too.
Yes.
Yeah, man. So that's why I said. So I've been through all of that. That's the reason why I was talking to Nate about where we are right now. Where once we get over this financial turbulence that I'm in right now, it ain't like I ain't nothing get ready to. I ain't going to go to debtor's prison or nothing, but you know how you hit a rough spot in your finances, like all of a sudden you just get hit with more bills than you got money to pay, and if you weather the storm, you'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of where I'm at right now, like some unforeseen stuff. But
yes, sir.
Once we get over that, bro, I think I might look at that Porsche Cayenne, bro. That Porsche Cayenne. I went and did. You know how you do the virtual tour on the website where you can look at the inside of the car, and like you hit the button, and then like the thing crank up and all of that, bro.
Yeah.
Nate, I think I gotta upgrade, bro. Chuck, it's time to upgrade, bro.
Yeah. Hey, man. Do it.
Do it. Marcy, the whip I got now, Marcy, bro. Cats to see me and Mo, like our relatives. They see us coming first. No, y'all doing good. What, Uncle Freezer? You hit the number, son, man. That's how my relatives talk. I don't know why we don't. Like my relatives, they don't ever pronounce all their words. They're like, no, y'all hit the number, son, man. And what he really saying is, ain't it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all hit the number, son, man. But yeah, man. And Nate, so I wanted to get to my man Nate, and y'all, I'm sorry for talking so much, man, but I was excited. I'm excited because for one, you know what I'm saying, I seen Chuck. I ain't seen Chuck in a couple of days, and I got to see Nate yesterday, so I'm on here chatty as hell. You know what I'm saying? But Nate, what's going on in the housing market, man? How the housing market look? Interest rates done going up?
Yeah, well, they kind of leveling out right now, though. But everything looking pretty good.
Okay.
Pretty good right now. Yeah, not we are seeing, more stuff coming on the market, so that's always good.
Right.
More
Right.
options. And everything isn't at the top. So there's a little bit out there for everybody.
Okay. Okay. How is this time of the year for real estate? So let me ask you that, if you don't mind. I don't want to put you on the spot. If you don't want to answer, you don't have to. I wanted to ask you yesterday while I was eating them $10 cookies. What's your title? Like, what's your professional thing? Like, we call you Real Estate Nate, but is there a professional thing that we have to call you?
I mean, I'm a realtor.
You're a realtor. What's the difference between a realtor and a real estate agent?
Well, a realtor actually, we go by code of ethics, and all real estate professionals should. But as a realtor, we actually take classes on ethics, and we try to stay up on what's going on in the world today. And real estate agents, they don't have to do all that. So we're like more.
Okay.
We go a step further, I would say, than a real estate agent. We have access to more information, than a real estate agent does. We're I'm part of the National Association of Realtors, and just in the PD area, there's over 400 of us.
Okay. Wow. I got a cousin. I have a cousin that does it. A younger cousin, man. We kind of grew up during the summers. So my cousin Keon, she does that. I don't know if you know her or not. You maybe so, but that's my first cousin. That's my mom's niece. And when we were, I think this was like in the 90s. I think it was in the 90s. Her and her brother that passed away. That was my man. Every time I think about him, man, I miss that dude. But the thing about it is they, like, we all used to talk about getting into the game because I had a sales background. Like, I'm a salesperson. Salespeople are born; they are not made. Because salespeople, you have to have the thickest of thick skin, right? You have to have patience, and you have to be thick skinned, because you have to be patient enough to let people work through the sales process and be patient with them. And then at the same time, a lot of times, man, you get told no a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. You know what I'm saying? And you like, how in the world are you telling me no? But they tell you no, and then you're like, whatever. And sometimes people want the product and they want the product, they just don't want to buy it from you. I've been through that. Yeah. I've been through that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter. It don't matter. It don't have nothing to do with you being tall or short, or black or white, or young or old, or rich or poor, something about that. They just prefer a different salesperson for whatever reason it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, we go through that too.
Yeah.
It happens. I mean, all you can do is move on to the next one.
That's all you can do, man. That's all you can do. Shout out to my cousin, man. Keon, she doing her thing, man. I hadn't talked to her in a minute. I hadn't talked to her in months, but I'm sure she's doing her thing though. But what I'm getting at is this time of year, like the fall, beginning of fall, heading into the holidays, do you generally see a dip in a certain type of sales? Or fluctuation? Usually. Let me say fluctuation. I don't want to say dip because I don't know either way. Do you see a fluctuation in sales?
Usually around November, December kind of slows down.
Okay.
Yeah, more holiday time. Everybody tries to be in their home, in their new home by like November, before Thanksgiving, so they can try to get everything set up,
Right. So when does that process start then? If they want to end in November, when do they start the process of purchasing? November, are you talking about around May you start the process?
Well, it all depends on their credit. Like if their credit and everything is good, they can start the process in like August, September.
Right.
You know, and as long as they find a house they like and everything is cool with it, they should be in it. They find a house, say they start in August, find a house in September, get under contract, they should be closed by October.
Okay.
You know, then you got time to, you know, get moved in and everything, get settled in. Then you can start planning for, you know, Thanksgiving and all
Right.
the holidays and stuff.
Right. 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 Is that a busy time in South Carolina? That's that time frame that you mentioned, August,
Yeah.
September.
Well, actually, it starts like the real busy time starts like over the summer,
Okay.
around April, May. You know, because everybody's getting out of, you know, kids are getting out of school. Families are like, okay, it's time for us to move. You know, they try to move before August, before school starts back. You know,
Okay.
because here you gotta, you know, like get the kids into the schools and stuff, and they need to see like your, you know, 2 forms of ID and like your a bill or something with the address on it, your license with the address on it. So they try to get all that stuff done before it's time for registration.
Okay. Okay. So, yeah. I feel you. I feel you. Hey Chuck, do you have experience with markets like that in the tri-state area, like in the Brooklyn area? And Brooklyn is big too, by the way. Brooklyn is big. Brooklyn's about the size of the PD area, maybe bigger, except crammed up with people.
Not. I wouldn't say a lot of experience. No.
Okay. What interests me? What interests me is the property management game. Like I watch HGTV some, and me and real estate Nate are like working on some things maybe later on, man. Yo, that's what I keep saying. Nate, the other day, no disrespect to real estate Nate, but I was thinking, like, me and real estate Nate are standing in the parking lot, and this is off topic, but me and real estate Nate are standing in the parking lot of this hospital that just charged me $10 for some cookies. And I was like, dang, man, if Chuck was down here, this shit would have been perfect, man. You know what I'm saying? We could have left from there, man, and got us some, you know what I'm saying, some hot dogs or something, some hot dogs like 3 for $3 from the gas station and a Pepsi, you know what I'm saying, or something, or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man. I'm like, God dog it. Hey Nate, I miss Chuck, and me and Chuck ain't never hung out. Right? I was like, yeah, how you miss a dude that you ain't never kicked it with? You know what I'm saying? So I was like, dang, man. You know what I'm saying? But anyway,
Nate,
that's a little bit off topic.
I have a real estate question.
Okay.
I've been noticing there's been an increasing trend over the years of living off grid and tiny homes. Is that going to be a stable market going forward, or is it just a trend, something that people are into right now, but you don't see it sustaining?
Well, I see the tiny homes could be around for a while. I do think it could because, you know, you have a lot of people out here that, you know, it's just them. Or like so like you have a big family home, all the kids move out, now it's just the parents. You know, it's like you really don't need this big house. You can keep it for the family, you know, move somebody else in it and then move into a tiny house. And there's also a lot of single people out here that need a place to stay. Everyone doesn't want a big house, so they could move into a tiny house. You know, it's just them. They only need, you know, tiny houses are normally around between 3 to like 500 square feet.
Right.
It's like the size of a studio apartment, basically. But I mean, it's a house. You know, you have your bathroom, you know, bedroom, kitchen, living room, everything is right there. Yeah, I see it working. Because you could actually have like tiny home communities.
Okay,
Right.
so that was going to be my next question. What if I was a investor looking to maybe buy, you know, 15 acres and put some tiny homes there? Would there be a market for that?
I believe it would. I believe it really would. And then, another advantage to them is you could build them quicker because they're smaller. So you can build, you can still, do one at a time, but it may only take you a month, 2 months at the most to get it done versus a house only taking here, a house like 4 to 5 months if everything goes on time.
Right. No rain, all of that.
Right.
Right.
No rain. They can get windows, they can get, doors, framers.
Lumber ain't sky high. Gee, yeah.
Everything is up to code. You're not waiting.
Right. Waiting on inspectors to come in and
Right.
get all that stuff done.
Okay.
Everybody shows up to work, because that's a big issue now too.
Hey, Nate. So Rome from Far Rock. Sorry, I think Chuck got a follow up. I'm gonna just adjust this.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go with Rome's question. That's fine.
So Rome from Far Rock says, "Do you guys recommend using a credit repair company or no?" Hey, and if you don't mind, I'm gonna jump in on this right quick, and then Nate can do his thing too.
Okay.
My biggest deal with credit repair companies and things that repair your credit is you have to look at what you're getting ultimately. Ultimately, what are you getting? So if you go think about it, if you're in a push to get your credit right, and money is a major issue for you, thus the credit problem, why would you spend money with a company that is gonna repair some things when you could have just took that money and paid off some of the bills on your credit? So you kind of gotta weigh it. You know what I'm saying? Like some of these things, is it worth? Say for instance, you got a $600 bill on your thing that you just wasn't paying off. Credit repair company says, well, it'll be $3.99 initially and then $99 a month. Because I went through that, right? I went through this thing with a credit repair company. It's a credit repair company in Lexington, South Carolina. I wanted them to get a lot of stuff off my thing. And then once I did it, I realized it was like, why am I paying them $3.99 and then $99 a month? They were good, right? But a lot of the things on my credit was like $200, $400, $168. And I was like, yo, I could have just paid them. I could have just paid my creditors. You know what I'm saying? So through my experience and my professional experience, I was a loss mitigation specialist. Like I was a guy that if you got in trouble with your home and like it seemed like you were about to lose your house, lose your property, I was a guy that you would speak to. Right? I did that for a lot of years, and a lot of families stay in their homes. Like I was the go-between between the purchaser and the bank, right? I was the person that negotiated between both sides. And when people was like, yo, I'm about to spend $1,000 to this thing to clean up my credit, I was like, no, don't do that. Right? What you should do is if you got $1,000, make your house payment. Right? If you got money, ultimately the first thing you want to do is make your house payments and all that stuff. But if you're in the pre-purchase stage where you're looking to increase your credit, you know what I'm saying? Is this credit repair company going to immediately get things off your credit where your credit score will look better in the short term enough for you to make the purchase? Then that's something to consider. Like if Nate needs your credit to be 650, and your credit is like 618, and a short-term cleansing can get you to where Nate can work his magic for you, then I would say consider. But if it's long-term health with your credit, I always say pay the stuff that you owe, and with the mindset, tell them like, hey, if I pay this, you're gonna take this thing off my credit. Take this thing, stop reporting that I'm late, and all that stuff. So it's and I know credit repair things, they take companies off your credit completely, like they never existed. But I've known people that say that they've done that, and then after like 3 or 4 months, those things show back up on your credit.
Right. And then what I would add, just to add to that, you got to be careful with those companies too, because a lot of them, they really don't do what they say they're going to do. You can actually do the same thing, that they're going to do. It may just, take a little longer. And like with them like taking stuff off your credit, they're going to take off some of the good stuff along with the bad.
Right.
So they may actually decrease your credit score instead of helping you. So what I would suggest is to first get like a printout of all 3 credit bureaus,
right.
And then just go from there. See what you can dispute, and then you call the other creditors and just see what you can negotiate with them.
Right.
And sometimes, I would print them out and then I would go talk to a lender, because sometimes they can actually tell you what to worry about and what not to. Because there's some stuff out there that if you start calling, that'll like restart those.
It'll restart the collections process.
Right. Yeah. Like it may be, 6.5 years in. And if you go and start calling them, they'll reopen it and it'll show up as new bad debt.
Yeah.
So now you just reset that whole system and you just messed yourself up even more. So right. I would get those printouts of all 3 credit bureaus and then go and sit down with the lender. They can actually walk you through what to worry about getting off and what not to. That's the way I would go about it. Instead of getting with one of those credit companies, because like I said, they aren't going to do any more than you could actually do. They're going to they already have the letters in. They'll just change it and put in your information and send them out.
They have
you just paid them $400. Yeah, you just paid them $400 to send out letters. Then you're going to pay them $100 a month to do the same thing. That's all they're doing.
That's all. Yeah. Everybody is in business to make money.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hey, Chuck. I know we kind of short on time, man. You okay with us putting a wrap on this one?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Hey, so we got some obligations, man. I'm sorry about being late, y'all, man. I got some have some stuff that I got to work on, man. Nate, man, as usual. Hey, y'all keep an eye out for Real Estate Nate, man. Real Estate Nate about to jump in and do some major things in the game. You know what I'm saying? And so keep an eye out for that. Thank you everybody for coming through. Chuck, I hope everything go well with your joint. I ain't gonna get too personal. You know me, I ain't gonna get, but I hope everything go well, man. And if you hit the Powerball, just say my name on TV. That's all I want. I don't need no money. Just say, I know Uncle Freezy. That'll be good enough for me. All right, y'all. We gonna wrap right here. Thank y'all for rocking with us this week. We'll holler at y'all again next week, man. Peace, y'all.